Hey folks, Andy here, and here are your three breaking stories within the last 24 hours. Roomba is dead. Long live Roomba. Yeah. The company iRobot, the folks behind the little vacuum cleaner that always gets stuck under your bed. Yeah, they just filed for Chapter 11 and they're being bought by their Chinese manufacturer and primary debtor, Picea Robotics. Now, iRobot claims that your device should keep working for the time being. And frankly, I'm a little concerned. I don't have a whole lot of faith in them to keep this up. We've seen this before. Google's Nest straight up bricked the Revolve Smart Hub back when they shut their service down. You might have had like one of those Jawbone fitness trackers. Yeah, they turned into bricks as well when the company tanked in 2017. Or maybe you had one of those with things bathroom scales. Yeah, they totally ghosted their users after Nokia bought them. So yeah, as it stands, IoT robotic vacuum cleaners will continue to work from them for the time being, but for how much longer, we don't know. Yeah, but here's where the really scary stuff comes in, folks. The data, all right? Millions of American homes have been mapped inch by inch by these vacuums. These aren't just like floor plans. They're 3D models of our private lives. I mean, where our valuables are, where our home offices are, even the path you take to the bathroom at 3 a.m. All this stuff is incredibly sensitive geospatial data, and it's now in the hands of a China-backed company. So next time your Roomba whirs to life, just remember it's not just cleaning your floor, it could potentially be spying on you as well. All right, our next story, meet Nathan Snoopy Osted, a 21-year-old Minnesota kid who pled guilty to conspiracy, admitting he hacked into 68,000 DraftKings user accounts back in November of 2022. The U.S. Justice Department stated that he would either drain the accounts or resell them on the dark web, pocketing over $465,000. Now, his method was simple. It's called credential stuffing. For the uninitiated, basically credential stuffing is taking username and password combos from previous data dumps and just reusing them on sites like DraftKings, really just banking on the fact that users are too lazy to change their passwords. So folks, here's the point. I don't care how strong or complex your password is. If it's reused on multiple sites, you're going to have a bad day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And use MFA too. That's kind of obvious, but yeah. Anyway, last story. A while back, I talked about Coupang, basically like the Amazon of Korea. Huge data leak from a couple weeks ago that dumped the personal data of over 34 million people on the dark web. Further analysis is indicating the source of the attack. Now, what do you think it is? A zero-day exploit? Maybe a misconfigured WAF firewall or something? Nope. Pissed off employee and crappy offboarding. Yeah, so it turns out a former insider with highly privileged access generated valid authentication tokens using signing keys that, get this, weren't revoked after they left the company. All right. Because the tokens remained valid and looked legitimate to Coupang systems, it basically enabled our threat actor here to do large volume data extraction for months without needing any sort of like login credentials or any triggering of alerts or anything. So yeah, here's the lesson, folks. Very, very simple. When you kick somebody out of your house, change the locks. All right. So that wraps up today's headlines. This is Andy Thompson signing off.